Very good morning, dear students, dear children. In the last classes also, you learned the meaning of fractions. So in 4th standard also, the chapter will be there. The extended part of 3rd standard and 2nd standard, it will be there in 4th standard. Dear students, you are going to learn what is mean by fractions, how to write the fractions, what are the types of fractions, and how to write the fractions in simplest form, addition and subtraction of fractions. Dear students, in your day-to-day life, you are using the words like half, quarter, 3/4. These are all indicated that those numbers are fractional numbers. So what is mean by fractions then? The numbers, the parts of whole, those we called as fractions. Parts of a whole number, it is called as fractions. How to write? So suppose if it is a circle has made into 4 equal parts. The circle is made into 4 equal parts. One part, this is the second part, third part and fourth part. If we make a circle into 4 equal parts, total number of parts, there are 4 parts are there. Total number of parts are 4. If I want to put color in one part of the circle, or the shaded number of parts are 1. So it can be written as 1/4. So 1/4 is a fraction. In a whole, we have shaded one part. So in a square, you consider a square. In the square, I have made it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many total number of parts are there? There are 8 parts. 8 parts. In 8 parts, I am going to shade 2 parts. Here 1 and this is the second part. How many parts are shaded? The shaded parts are 2. Shaded are nothing but how many parts are taken. Those we called as the fractional numbers. Here 2/8 and 1/4. You can write by your own also. So here in 1/4 and 2/8. 1/4 and 2/8. The numbers, 2 numbers you are written. So one is above the line and the second number is below the line. Here is above the line, it is the below the line. Then what are these numbers called? Suppose if you are writing 3/4. The number which you write above the line, it is called as numerator, and the number which you write below the line, this is the line you are written below this line, so it is called as denominator. Numerator and denominator. So these 2 numbers are separated by the line. This line is also called as 1 coulomb. So it is called as 1 coulomb. So dear children, so this is about fractions. Fractions, when you are indicating the fractions, the whole is made into equal parts. If the parts are not equal, unequal parts, we should not write it in the form of fractions. All the parts should be in equal size. Then only we can write it in the fractional form. If the parts are unequal in size, then we cannot write it. You could not write it in the fractional form. For example, also I could give. So in the same circle, or you may consider if it is a pizza. So suppose if it is having, so how many parts? By looking you can say that 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 parts. This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Is it all the parts are equal? you cannot say that it is total number of parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So suppose if you want to take out only one part, so 1 by 4. Is it correct? This is not correct because all the parts are not in equal size. So we cannot write 1 by 4. When the parts are equal, then only we can write it in fractional form. So this is the condition while you are using the fractional numbers. Dear students, in this class I am going to explain what are the types of fractions, reducing of fractions into the simplest form, and addition and subtraction of fractions. So the first types of fraction is types of fractions. The first one is, it is proper fraction. Proper fraction. The definition, the meaning of proper fraction, it is very simple, dear children. In a proper fraction, numerator is less than denominator. In a fraction, numerator is less than denominator. So you are written numerator above the line and denominator below the line. So here numerator is less than denominator. Such fractions are called as proper fractions. Numerator always smaller than denominator. Those are called as proper fractions. For example, 1 by 2, 2 by 5, 6 by 7, 8 by 11. So these are all proper fractions because you compare numerator and denominator. In this fraction 1 by 2, 1 is smaller than 2, 2 is smaller than 5, 6 is smaller than 7, 8 is smaller than 11. So like this, if you are writing, those are called as proper fractions. The word only says that it is proper. Proper means numerator is smaller than denominator. So it is called as proper fraction. Dear students, so in the exercise part, it is there in the page number 80. You could identify which is proper fraction and which is improper fraction. So you can easily identify what is proper and improper fraction. Now you come to the second type, it is improper fraction. Improper fraction. So in a fraction whose denominator is smaller than numerator, such fractions are called as improper fractions. In improper fractions, numerator is greater than denominator. So those type of fractions called as improper fractions. For example, here I am just giving examples. 3 by 2. So 5 by 3. 7 by 2. 10 by 4. Dear children, observe numerators and denominators. If numerator is greater, denominator is smaller, it is improper fraction. If numerator is smaller and denominator is greater, then it is called as proper fraction. Exactly opposite of proper fraction, it is improper fraction. The third type is very simple. It is called as a mixed fraction. Mixed fractions. Mixed fraction means an improper fraction. This fraction can be expressed as, it can be written as whole number and a proper fraction, whole number and a proper fraction, then it is called as mixed fraction. Dear students, an improper fractions can be expressed as a whole number and a proper fraction, then it is called as mixed fraction. So it contains a number, along with that and a proper fraction. So here there are two numbers. Then suppose if you are writing a number along with a proper fraction, then it is called as mixed fraction. For example, 2 into 1 by 2, 3 into 1 by 3, so 4 into 1 by 2. So these are all the examples for mixed fraction. Mixed means one whole number is there and a proper fraction is there. So those are called as mixed fractions. So here in this lesson, in this class, I am going to explain how to convert mixed fraction into improper fraction, mixed fraction into improper fraction, as well as improper fraction into mixed fraction. Before that, I could explain equivalent fractions and also some types of fractions. So next is equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are nothing but, so of fractions, if two or more fractions give the same value, then those are called as equivalent fractions. Suppose, dear children, observe here. So here I am going to make a rectangular box, has to make it into two halves. This is the first half, second half. Suppose if I shade it one part, then we can written as 1 by 2. So same number, the same rectangular box, again I am going to make it into 4 parts. So here I am going to shade 2 parts. So how to write this in the fractional form? So it is total number of parts are 4, shaded parts are 2. 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4. Again, if I make the same rectangular box into 6 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 equal parts. So here I am going to shade 3 parts. So how to write in fractional form? It is total number of parts are 6 and shaded parts are 3. So 1 by 2 and 2 by 4 and 3 by 6. These fractions give the same meaning. So these are called as equivalent fractions. For any 2 fractions or 3 fractions which gives the same value. So 1 by 2 of this part only, it has made it into 2 parts. Again these 2 parts only made it into 3 parts. So it gives them the same meaning. Such fractions are called as equivalent fractions. Equivalent is nothing but equal. The values remains same. So next type is like fractions. Like and unlike fractions. So it is the 4th type, like fractions. Dear students, like means same or similar. Suppose if you consider 2 or more fractions, if denominator are same, then such fractions are called as like fractions. For example, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, 4 by 3. So these are all like fractions because the denominator same for all the fractions. One more example also you can give. 6 by 5, 7 by 5, 3 by 5, 1 by 5. These are all the like fractions because the denominator remains the same, 5 and 3. In fractions whose denominators are same, those are called as like fractions. Like means same. Next is unlike fractions. Unlike fractions. In fractions, denominators are different. Those are called as unlike fractions. So for example, 1 by 3, 2 by 6, 7 by 3, 4 by 5. Observe this group of fractions. So does the denominator same? Denominators are not same. So in fractions, if denominators are not equal, then those are called as unlike fractions. Dear students, one more is also there. It is called as unit fraction. Unit fractions. Unit fractions are nothing but in fractions whose numerator is equal to 1. Unit is nothing but 1. In fractions that numerator is 1, such fractions are called as unit fractions. For example, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 10, 1 by 15. These are all unit fractions because the numerator is 1. Those fractions called as unit fractions. So up to here the types of fractions completed. I hope you understood the types of fractions. Dear students, in my practice time first, it is there in the page number 80. You could finish the first and second main. Next, the second main is show the following improper fractions using diagrams and also convert them into mixed numbers. So it is the second main in the first exercise part. So 5 by 4 and second one. So it is in the second main A, it is B, 5 by 3. Observe, dear children, these are improper fractions because it clearly numerator is greater than denominator. Here also numerator is greater than denominator. First you convert improper fractions into proper fractions. So how to convert? So this is 5 by 4. This is numerator and denominator. Numerator and denominator. Here also numerator, denominator. While converting improper fractions into mixed fractions, numerator has to divide it by its denominator. 5 is the numerator, 4 is the denominator. 5 has to divide by 4. So 4 ones 4, subtract it, 5 minus 4 is 1, this is the remainder, this is the quotient. So how to convert improper fractions into mixed fractions? Here is a general rule. We should write the quotient and remainder by denominator. So this is the formula to find out, to convert improper fraction into proper fraction, mixed fraction. So that quotient, what is the quotient here? 1. 1 is the quotient, remainder is again 1 and denominator is, what is the denominator? Denominator itself 4 only. So 5 by 4 can be written as 5 by 4, it can be written as this 5 by 4, it can be written as 1 into 1 by 4. So this is the conversion of improper fraction into mixed fraction. Now we can write this in diagrammatically. So how to write? So here is one complete part. You consider 2 parts. Here also same number of parts. Okay. Here it is 1 complete part. Here it has made into 4 parts. So how many parts are shaded? Out of 4, 1 part has shaded. So it can be written as 1 into 1 by 4. 1 into 1 by 4. So like this you can convert an improper fraction into mixed fraction and show it into diagram. Dear children, now you come to the second one. The second main is also very simple. It is 5 by 3. 5 by 3. So here 5 is the dividend and 3 is the divisor. 3 ones are 3. You just divide 5 by 3. 3 ones 3. So subtract 5 minus 3 is 2. This is the remainder. This is the quotient. To convert improper into mixed, the rule is quotient into remainder by denominator. Quotient into remainder by denominator. What is the quotient? 1 is the quotient and remainder is 2. Denominator is 3 itself. So this is the answer. That is 5 by 3, which can be written as 1 into 2 by 3. So dear children, this has to show it by using diagram. Observe this. This is one complete part, and again the same length and width it should have. It is making 3 equal parts. 1, 2. So this is 1. So 2 by 3. Total 3 parts. Out of 3 parts, 2 parts are shaded. So that it can be written as 3 in the denominator, 2 in the numerator. So 1 into 2 by 3. So this is the representation of improper fraction to mixed fraction and show it diagrammatically. So I hope you will finish first main as well as second main. Next I should proceed to conversion of it is finding the equivalent fractions. Find equivalent fractions. Observe dear children. This is first one, 2 by 3, which is equal to second one, 1 by 4, which is equal to. So now you are going to find out equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are nothing but, dear students, for both numerator and denominator. For both numerator and denominator, here also numerator and denominator, you multiplied with same numbers. If you multiplied with 1, you multiply to numerator as well as to the denominator. If you multiplied with 2, multiply to numerator and denominator. Multiplied with 3 for both numerator and denominator, so that you are getting the equivalent fractions. So here for 2 by 3, it can be written as 2 by 3 into 1 into 1. So which is 2 ones, 2 by 3. This is one equivalent fractions. Next, 2 by 3 multiplied with 2. Again 2. So that 2 2's 4, 4 by 3 2's 6. 4 by 6 is another equivalent fraction. Next, 2 by 3 multiplied with again 3. So 2 3's 6 by 3 3's 9. This is another equivalent fraction. Again 2 by 3, write it. Multiply for both numerator and denominator with 4. Here also 4. It is 4, 2 4's 8, 8 by 3 4's 12. So these are all equivalent fractions. That is for 2 by 3, the equivalent fractions are 2 by 3, it is 4 by 6, which is equal to 6 by 9, it is also equal to 8 by 12. Can you guess the next one? It is for 5, if you multiply 10 by 15. 10 by 15. For both numerator and denominator multiplied with the same number. So that you are getting the equivalent fractions. So I hope you understood. Now you come to 1 by 4. For 1 by 4, here I am going to take 1 by 4, which can be written as 1 by 4. Multiply both numerator and denominator with 1. So you are getting 1 by 4 only. It is one equivalent fraction. Next, for 1 by 4, multiply numerator and denominator with 2. So you are getting 1 into 2 is 2. 2 by 4 is 8. Again 1 by 4, 2 by 8 is also equivalent fraction. Multiply numerator and denominator with 3. So which number you are getting? 3. 1 3 is 3. 3 by 4 3s are 12. So 3 by 12. So likewise the next number will be for 1 by 4 multiply numerator and denominator with 4. So the next fraction will be 4 by 16. So the numbers are the fractions are 1 by 4, which is equal to 2 by 8, which is also equal to 3 by 12, and it is equal to 4 by 16. The next number will be 5 by 20, and the very next number will be 6 by 24. Likewise the numbers will come. So these are called as equivalent fractions. For any equivalent fractions, both numerator and denominator multiplied with same number, so you are getting the equivalent fractions. These fractions are having the same value. The value remains the same. Value does not change. Okay. Next is sixth main also. Write any 4 equivalent fractions for the following. Dear students, for both numerator and denominator multiplied with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you are getting 4 equivalent fractions. Next is, so up to here you can complete, dear students. In the my practice time first, it is there in the page number 80 and 81. You please complete. The mains are first main 1 to 6. You should complete the mains 1 to 6. So remaining mains I could explain in the next class. If you are having any doubts, you may ask me in the next class. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Bye bye.